be delivering the first project from the advanced manual called Storytelling. And the project is called Folktale. And the purpose of this talk was for the speaker to tell, not read a folktale. The speaker should not act out the story, but instead interpreted it for the audience using voice and imagery. It is okay. And the objective of this project is to use vivid imagery and voice to enhance the tale. The title of the tale is The Legend of the Pied Piper. The duration is 7 to 9 minutes. Off you.
Newtown, or Frenchville, is a sleepy little town. But as sleepy as it is now, it was once an extremely noisy place. And guess what could be the reason behind the noise? The reason were rats. Yes, rats. The place was so infested with them that it was nearly impossible to live there. There wasn't a cornrick or a barn, a storeroom or a cupboard, but they ate their way into it. Not a cheese, but they gnawed it hollow. Not a sugar barrel, but they cleared it out. Nothing, absolutely nothing, could be kept safe from them. Whenever and wherever they would see a sack of eatables, they would make a hole at its top, and down would go one master rat's tail. And when he would bring his tail up, all the friends and cousins would gather round him and have a suck at his tail. Now, if these rats would have stopped here, their presence would have still been bearable. But the shrieking and the squeaking, the scurrying and the hurrying, all of this was so much that you could neither hear yourself speak nor get a wink of good honest sleep the whole night. And so everyone was worried because of this. All of you might be thinking that why didn't the good people of the town have cats to combat this problem? Well, they did, and there was a fair stand-up fight. But at the end of the day, the rats seemed to be too many, and the cats were regularly driven away from the fields. Rat catchers? How about rat catchers? Every rat catcher in the town had tried his luck. But do what they might, cats or poison, dogs or traps, the rats seemed to be too many, and every day a fresh rat could be seen, swaying his tail or nibbling on a piece of cheese. The mayor and the town's council were at their wits' end. One day, they were sitting in the town hall, racking their poor brains and bewailing their hard fate, when an officer comes and says, "Your Majesty, a very queer fellow has come into the town, and I don't rightly know what to make of him." "Call him in," said the mayor. And in comes a very queer fellow. He's thin, has keen, piercing eyes, and is dressed in a party-colored coat. He begins talking. "I'm called the Pied Piper. What will you be willing to pay me if I get you rid of every single rat in Frenchville?" Well, much as they feared the rats, they feared parting their money more. And so, the mayor started bargaining. But the piper wasn't a man to stand any nonsense, and very soon, £50, which was a lot of money back then, was promised to him as a reward to get Frenchville rid of these rats. The piper stepped out of the hall, laid the pipe to his lips afresh, and started piping a shrill, keen tune. As the notes pierced through the air, a strange sight could be seen. The rats came out tumbling out of every single hole with eager feet and upturned noses to patter after the piper following his call. The piper went from the Silver Street to the Gold Street. And after the Gold Street, there was a harbor and a broad water channel beyond. By the time the piper had reached the water's edge, a lot of rats had gathered around him at his heel. The piper stepped into a boat, and the rats blindly kept on following him. On and on he played, and as the tide went down, each master rat sank deeper and deeper into the slimy ooze of the harbor and was finally dead and smothered. So the piper, by piping that tune, had tricked every rat in Frenchville to drown and sink into water while he himself escaped unharmed. Frenchville was finally free of rats. The townsfolk started celebrating, whereas the piper headed to the mayor to receive his promised reward. But here comes the plot twist. The town's money chest didn't have so much money. And upon seeing this, the mayor started thinking whether the piper really deserved this much money. After all, it was such an easy job. All he had to do was to get into a boat and pipe a tune. Why did he charge so much money for this? And so, when the piper went to the mayor said, "Come, my good man. So you see, we're really poor. We cannot afford to give you 50 pounds. How about you take 20 instead? After all, 20 isn't that bad for piping a tune. Ha ha ha." And so the piper sternly replied, "£50 was what I was promised for. And if I were you, I would give that money very quickly. Because I'm a piper who can pipe many kinds of tunes as folk sometimes find to their cost." Upon hearing this, the mayor shrieked, "Are you trying to threaten us? Oh, well. The rats are all dead and drowned, so do what you like, do what you might." And so he turned short upon his heel. The piper smiled a quiet, sly smile. He stepped out of the hall and laid the pipe to his lips afresh and started piping a tune. But this time, the tune wasn't shrill or key. It was joyous, resonant, full of happy laughter and merry play. The elders started to mock him, mock the piper's fate. But from schoolroom and boardroom, from nursery and workshop, children started to come out with eager glee and shout, following the piper's call. The piper went from the gold street to the silver street. And beyond the silver street was a dark green forest, full of old oaks and widespread beeches. The people amongst those old oaks could catch glimpses of the piper in his party-colored coat. They could hear the laughter of the children break and fade and die away as deeper and deeper into the lone green woods the stranger went, the piper went, and the children followed. All this while, the elders simply watched and waited. Never did they set their eyes again upon the piper in his party-colored coat. Never were their hearts gladdened by the song and dance of the children issuing forth from amongst those old oaks. And this time, in order to seek revenge, Piper, by piping a tune, had tricked the children of Frenchville in those old oaks, and Frenchville had then also lost its children forever.